It's been a long 6 months for the Colorado Mammoth. Losing to their playoff nemesis, the Calgary Roughnecks, in the West Division Final is something they haven't forgotten. The boys in Burgundy have one goal in mind as they begin another journey. Tonight, Colorado will host the Saskatchewan Rush at the Loud House. These two teams have a rich history, but the Mammoth are up for the challenge.
Diving score!
First-round draft pick Warren Jeffrey bolsters a defense that must contain Saskatchewan's offensive threat, Mark Matthews. The 2020 NLL season is here. It's the Rush and the Mammoth next on Altitude.
Twas the night after Thanksgiving and all the bellies were full. Well, wake up, lacrosse fans. It's time for the NLL. It's the Mammoth and the Rush. NLL face-off weekend right here on Altitude and BR Live. Good evening, lacrosse fans, and welcome inside the Pepsi Center alongside former Mammoth captain and player John Gallant. My name is Teddy Jenner, and welcome back for another year of National Lacrosse League action. We start with two of the longtime rivals in this Western Division, two teams that don't really like each other. A rematch of the West semifinal, Colorado knocking out Saskatchewan 11-10 in overtime, and no better way to start than these two clubs here tonight.
No, we're in for a treat here tonight. The Saskatchewan Rush coming into town, arguably the best franchise, best team over the past 5 years in National Lacrosse League. So I'm tremendously excited for this matchup here tonight.
The game last year was a back and forth affair. Lightning, Joey Capito with the overtime winner, sending the Mammoth to the West final, and he has been a big part of this club ever since he got here.
Absolutely, and I'm excited tonight to see how head coach Pat Coyle uses Joey Capito in transition. We saw that overtime winner last year was a transition goal, but with the addition of defensemen here in the past draft for the Colorado Mammoth, I'd like to see if that opens up more opportunities for Joey Capito and others in transition here tonight.
What we've seen from teams in the past is they put Joey down low to try to take away that transition game. We'll see if they can free him up. But they'll all be standing in front of the wall, Dylan Ward. Maybe his numbers weren't as good as they were last year, but this team has enough confidence in him. They signed him to a 4-year deal, and as Dylan Ward goes, so will the Colorado Mammoth.
Well, absolutely, and he's arguably one of the best goalies in the world, whether it's indoor lacrosse or outdoor lacrosse. And you said it, they're going to go as far as he takes them here tonight. They're facing a tremendous offense in the Saskatchewan Rush, and can the defense work from that middle out to allow Dylan Ward to see those shots? Because if he can see them, he's going to save them.
At the other end of the floor, he's going to feel a lot of shots from Mark Matthews, the 2018 MVP. He had 105 points. He continues to be the #1 threat for the Saskatchewan Rush, and there's not many ways to stop him. He's just so big and so agile on his feet.
Well, he's University of Denver Pioneer, so he's coming back to his college town. And like you said, he's such a large human being at being 6'5" and over 200 pounds that he not only can he shoot, but he can feed the ball. And that's what makes him tremendously dangerous, is he's not just one-dimensional. He does so many things well for the Saskatchewan Rush offense.
There you see Rush captain Chris Corbeil, who will anchor this defense, a defense that is very physical and very fast.
They're physical, they're fast, and they're big. But what's most important is they're the leaders of this team. You have their captain, an assistant captain, and what I have noticed, being between the benches for some of these games, is how that bench stays steady, and it's steady because of the leadership on that back end.
It's the night for Teddy Bear Toss, and it's NLL face-off weekend. It's the National Lacrosse League beginning its 34th season. It's the Mammoth and the Rush as we kick off from the loudest house of lacrosse, the Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado. NLL action on Altitude and BR Live coming up next.
Tonight's game at the Loud House is brought to you by Ford. Get the truck that was made to work. Ford F-150. Built better, built stronger, built Ford tough. By Anthony's Pizza. Order online now at iloveanthonys.com. By your hometown Toyota stores and the powerful 2020 Toyota Tacoma.
and by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. Back inside the Pepsi Center, Mammoth and Rush. NLL face-off weekend here on Altitude and BR Live. This is going to be a fun night. Obviously, opening 5 minutes are always important, but first game of the year, we talked about on the pre-game, getting the rookies' feet accountable and comfortable in this atmosphere. But if you're Pat Coyle, Derek Keenan, what's your message?
Go out and play. You know, you're lacrosse players. You've played this game for the majority of your life. Go out and play. Lacrosse is lacrosse. You know, get a run in, changes quick, eliminate the errors. You know, and get your feet underneath you in that first 5 minutes.
You remember your first home game here?
Here in this building, I do. Yes. It was, you know, we had an exhibition game was the first one. Yeah, that was after an NHL hockey game, and then yes, you know, Toronto Rock. You know, Brian Langtree put one in overtime.
There's been a lot of heroics here in this building. Maybe we'll get one more here tonight. We're just waiting for the captain, Dan Coates, to join our Nick Carlson. He's with him right now down on the floor. Nick.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm here with Mammoth captain Dan Coates. Dan, long off season, long training camp, but early start to this regular season. What are the keys to get things going tonight?
You know, just off the opening face-off, we're taking a play at a time. We're not going to look too far ahead. We're excited to get going. I'm sure they are too, but we're just focused on the first 5 here. Our boys are going to be excited. We're hoping for a fast start.
Awesome, Dan. Thanks. Good luck. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Nick. Let's go to our Ford starting goaltenders. Brought to you by Ford, of course. Dylan Ward, 5-11 last year, 10.84 goals against, and a .59 save percentage. At the other end, another Orangeville guy, Evan Kirk, 6-4, 11.54 goals against, and a .763. It'll be Edwards and Thompson at the faceoff dot. Your officials, LaBranch, Garrison, and we are almost underway. Starting a brand new season of the National Lacrosse League. What better place to do it than right here in Denver, Colorado? Edwards was 53.5% last year. Thompson 56.7. And off the ensuing loose ball, Ward Jeffrey gonna battle for it. Goes right to Dylan Ward. And the Mammoth will have the first possession. Here comes the rookie Warren Jeffrey. And I'll give it off to Jacob Rouet. The Grinder had 53 points last year for this Mammoth offense. They're going to look to him to be a big part of it. Now Chris Wardle recently activated today. Behind the net, McLaughlin. He's stripped quickly by Kyle Rubish, and it could be a long night for the lefty offense facing Rubish and Dilks all night long.
Well, it was interesting to see how they matched up there, and I like how Colorado went behind the net to create some room, but yeah, the ball movement's going to be important here this evening.
First possession for the Rush. Schattler, far side Mark Matthews. Back to Schattler, isolating him on the corner. Now Church off a pick, can't get a shot up. Now he does! Oh, it goes in! First goal of the year comes off the stick of Robert Church. He had 25 last year, gets the first of the new National Lacrosse League season. 1-0 Saskatchewan.
You know, obviously not the start that you want to turn over on one end, right, and then an outside shot on the other. You know, I think it surprised Dylan Ward a little bit there. You know, you could see his slow reaction, but, you know, it's early, not the start you wanted, but let's see how this Mammoth team reacts here.
Yeah, they opened up. Robert Church coming off the top or on his wrong side. And that one squeaked through the pads at Dylan Ward. 1 minute in, first shot of the contest. And first goal of the season. For all of you that put money on Robert Church scoring the first goal, you've won. And off the ensuing draw, Hossack shot, saved there by Dylan Ward. Loose ball picked up by Jeffrey, takes a high hit there from Messenger. Now quickly up the floor. Colorado has numbers. Coates, Capito shot, and Evan Kirk, you know he wanted to make that save. Last time he faced a shot from Capito, it went past him, and the Rush had their season ended. Lee at center, near side McLaughlin. Dylan Kinnear, the rookie who impressed in training camp. clears the middle. That pass picked off by Ryan Dilks. Talking with the Rush coaching staff yesterday, and I said, how's Ryan Dilks adjusting after that year off? They said 2 years ago he was knocking things down and catching everything. This year he's just knocking them down. Far corner, Keenan, diagonal pass. That one is picked up by Jordan Gillis. He's gonna run. No numbers here for Colorado, and Wardle will slow it up.
I like that start. That's a second transition opportunity the Mammoth have had, and that's what they're going to need to do. Create offense from their own defense tonight.
Wardle, watched by Rubish. Lee, far corner, Killen. A breakout season for the rookie last year. That pass again knocked down by Rubish. Killen can't find it. Knocked ahead there by Garland. Ball still loose, and they'll call over and back. Ryan McLean to Garland far side, and they'll blow the whistle and bring this one back. And here come the Rush again, trying to build on a 1-0 lead. Near side, Ben McIntosh. Pick from Church. Matthews shot, put it wide, rebound off the sideboards. And now Capito, can he run onto it on the breakaway? Capito, step past Matthews, big shot, shoots, oh, nice shoulder save by Evan Kirk. 2 shots already for the Mammoth. They both come off the stick of Joey Capito. Ball loose far side, Lintz in there fishing for it. He gets knocked to the turf. Ball knocked towards Kirk. He thought about coming out for it. And now Coates will run onto it. Dispossessed there by Jordy Jones-Smith. Ball loose, and the Rush will come away with it as it's McIntosh. Up ahead, Travis Cornwall. No Jeff Cornwall quite yet for the Rush. He'll join the team in a few weeks' time once he's done firefighting school. Shatler to Keenan far side. Late man Church. Marty Dinsdale takes a stick to the head, gets a free shot. Ward out early to make that save, reset to 30. Shot 3 too early for Saskatchewan. We played just under 4 minutes. Shatler, low to low, shot hit a body in front. And now to be grabbed there by Robert Hope.
You mentioned earlier about, rookie Warren Jeffrey in communication. You could see their lack of communication, didn't know where the switch was, gave up that outside shot.
Lee gets it far side to kill it. Watch there by Dilks and Rubish are on the wrong side. McLaughlin underneath, shot, oh, he tried to go short side, and a nice save there by Evan Kirk, who looks steady in the Rush pipes. Thompson up ahead. Watch there by Taylor Stewart. He's dispossessed. Nice stick check there by T. Stu. And now he's going to run. Got a man up ahead. Coates, fake shot. Oh, and another big save by Evan Kirk. Twice they've tried to go 5-hole, and Kirk has made 4 stone-cold stops on Mammoth defenders. There's Ryan McLean. Draft pick of the Rush 2 years ago. Now getting to see some full-time action. Late man is Church. McIntosh around the pick, skips it over to Matthews, shot, knocked down by Capito, loose ball, grabbed there by Jordan Gillis. And one thing that's new for Saskatchewan Rush fans to notice is that they're going strong left, so they got 4 lefties, 3 right-handers with Church, McIntosh, and Dinsdale, so a new look for Derek Keenan's front 7. Lee to Killen. McLaughlin runs off the pick from Will Malcolm. McLaughlin. Malcolm couldn't handle the pass. Good luck there, but McLaughlin probably could have taken that one over the top. Corbeil up ahead. In transition. We'll flip it there for McIntosh and go for a change. Thanks for joining us here on Altitude and BR Live for NLL opening weekend. Diagonal pass, McIntosh goes awry. 8 on the shot clock. Inside feed, shot, oh, and that one was just put wide off the stick of Ryan Keenan. Keenan switching from 25 to 15 this year. And he had an excellent look to get his first of the season. Wardle double teamed by Messenger and Dilks, but somehow able to find it, loses it again. Dilks all over, Wardle to the ground. And what are they gonna call? Illegal push on the Rush. It'll be Colorado possession when we come back. Robert Church with the opening goal has the Rush up 1-0. And Stewart and Coates try to get this game tight. Come back from the Pep. Back inside the Pepsi Center, 1-0 Saskatchewan leading. First goal of the second quarter, Teddy Bear Toss. The Mammoth will have their annual Teddy Bear Toss here at Pepsi Center. Every bear tossed on the floor goes to a precious child. It's a moment you don't want to miss. And there were scenes from last year, and you talked about it. Last year, you were between the benches. You got hit with a few of those. Good thing they're soft.
I think I got hit by more than a few. But, you know, if it's teddy bears or rolled up socks, I'll go teddy bears all day.
That's a true story. Back to live action. Mammoth with a fresh 30 off the reset. Delayed penalty coming up here to Saskatchewan. Ward to the bench. Sixth tackle on the floor is Dylan Kinnear. Rouet, Lee, Kinnear. Back to Lee. Shot hit Corbeil, will go up and out of play. And so we'll get our first look at the Mammoth power play as Chris Corbeil heads to the box.
Hey, number 16!
On number 16, minor penalty, holding.
2-minute holding call on the Rush captain. Last year, the Mammoth were the 11th best power play in the entire league. 30 for 80 at 37.5%. Gonna need to improve on that this year if they're gonna want to make some more noise in the West Division.
Let's see if they can improve on that with having the Saskatchewan Rush best man down player in the box in Corbeil.
Ryan Lee bobbled it, picks it back up. Up top, Killen. Shot, save Kirk, loose ball, Rubish. And a nice job by Chris Worrell to knock it down. And he's hounded by Rubish, loose ball by McLaughlin. And then it falls. And that'll be an 8-second violation on Saskatchewan. So a good thing Colorado never picked up that possession. Still a minute and a half remaining on the minor to Corbeil.
Saskatchewan Rush's man down really packs it in. They're going to give up those outside shots. It's going to be a matter of can Colorado hit them or not.
Outside shot by Lee, turned aside by Kirk, and he's 5 for 5, make it 6 for 6 in the opening part of this first quarter. Saskatchewan had 8 short-handed goals last year as they try to kill off some time here in the Corbeil minor. 30-second shot clock running down to 8. Church up by the timeline, shot saved by Dylan Ward, loose ball. And it'll be grabbed there by the captain, Dan Coates. Gets a little pick there from Johnny Lentz. And here comes the power play unit again. 2 quality looks there on that opening possession, but Evan Kirk just been a foe for them so far. Killen will set it up. Lee, Rouet, McLaughlin, and Warner will join him. Shot trying to go 5-hole again by McLaughlin this time. And Evan Kirk with another strong save. Long pass out the front door. And a nice job there by Jacob Rouet to get back and knock that ball out of the stick of Ryan Keenan. But Keenan able to find it, gives it off to young Hossack. Brother Graham, 2-time defender of the year. And as the Corbeil minor winds down, the Rush kill it off. Outside shot there by Dinsdale. Loose ball picked up by Robert Hope. Back to 5-on-5, 6:15 remaining here in the opening quarter. Game 1 of the NLL's 34th season here on BR Live and Altitude TV. Nick Carlson, John Gallant joining me here in the broadcast. NLL opening weekend. Will Malcolm drives underneath, stick check there by Kyle Rubish. Nobody better in the entire NLL than number 4 in white. But Malcolm will earn a possession call with some hard work.
Smart play there by the boards. You feel that push in the back and you go forward, you're going to get that possession call 9 times out of 10.
Double seal for Rouet. Skips it near side, Eli McLaughlin. High pick from Kinnear. McLaughlin on his wrong side to Lee. Backdoor look. Malcolm shot Owen Kirk again with a lovely, lovely save. Sliding post to post, denying Will Malcolm his first in the NLL. McIntosh will give it off to Robert Church. Late man is Ryan Keenan. One of the 3 first overall picks on this Rush squad. McIntosh pivots. Johnny Lentz without a stick. Matthews shot. Oh, nice save there by Dylan Ward. Got just enough of it to parry it aside. Quickly up ahead, Tim Edwards will stop on the other side of the line and give it off to Chris Wardle. We mentioned Wardle activated this morning after shoot-around. He was injured during the summer. Was a game-time decision, got the A-OK from the medical staff, and he's excited to be out here on the floor as Dylan Kinnear found that loose ball, then throws it back over. That'll take us to our second timeout of the quarter. Dylan Ward stopped 5 of 6, and this was a beauty off the stick of Mark Matthews. Keeps it 1-0 here from Denver.
Hey, welcome back to the Pepsi Center. Saskatchewan's up 1-0 early in this game. I'm standing here with Coach Pat Coyle. Coach, down 1 early. Your transition looks really good. Tough goal there by Ward, but what's the message to the team here early?
Just keep doing what we're doing. That was a great start. It's easy to, it's 1-0, like you said. Aside from that one little hiccup, I think we're playing great.
Awesome, thanks Coach, good luck. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Nick. Do you agree with Pat's assessment?
I think the defense is playing well. They're keeping Saskatchewan out of that middle. You gotta get the offense going here, though. They're getting all their offense from transition. The ball's not moving enough on the offensive end.
McIntosh rings it off the crossbar. Reset to 30.
Let's keep it going. Defense.
Connor Robinson, a guy that Derek Keenan's looking to get a lot more offensive production from. Didn't factor too much into the Rush season last year. Only had a goal and 3 assists, but they expect a lot more from number 3. Here comes Jordan Gillis across center. Hope into the corner, Eli McLaughlin. Wardle, watched by Rubish, takes the slash. Eli fakes it, down to Chris Wardle. Backside look, Lee turns the court, takes a shot, put it just wide. McLaughlin late in the 30, he'll be picked up there by Jeremy Thompson. The Mammoth are back at the Pepsi Center Saturday, January 4th for the Rumble at the Loud House. Be a night full of entertainment from start to finish with wrestling matches on the turf postgame. Check out ColoradoMammoth.com for more information. You're wrestling in that, right, Johnny? Luchador mask?
Yeah, that's a no.
Here's Robert Church. Shot scores! He's got a pair. That one outside, short side. And the Rush lead it 2-0.
Well, again, just from that angle and seeing that slow reaction off of Dylan Ward, it's one of those situations where you don't know when he saw it. Saskatchewan does a great job on the pick and roll of playing it very slow. And this is one time, instead of the roll, he just shoots it over top. And Colorado's sitting back, waiting to make that switch. Very intelligent play. He just steps in and takes that outside shot. Low stick side there.
We were talking, is that a communication thing?
100%. It's a situation where between those two defenders, someone's got to communicate and get out on that shooter. Very similar to what you would see in basketball, the simple pick and roll, and the ball carrier just steps back and takes that outside shot. That's the situation we just saw there.
Here's Dylan Kinnear. Rouet driving behind the net. Dunk shot, score! Oh, Leasy! Well, a behind the net dunk on a great feed from Jacob Rouet, and the Mammoth are on the board. It's 2-1.
Well, that's a great set play coming off from that bench, but it all starts with the dodge to the middle of the floor, creates that slide, that simple pass behind the net. The goalie's got to step out, Kirk's got to step out to take out that outside shot. That gives up that dunk, but it starts with getting to the middle. Colorado, if they're going to be successful here tonight, has to get to the middle of the floor offensively.
A nice little twist to the Mammoth experience. Every player's got their own goal sub. Ryan Lee, jump around by House of Pain. I think he was old enough to know that.
Probably.
Lead from Kinnear and Rouet as Dylan Kinnear gets his first point in the National Lacrosse League. Time of the goal, 12 minutes. And so the Rush get their first of the season. And it's a 1-goal game. Here comes Robinson. McIntosh into the corner, Marty Dinsdale. Keenan to Matthews. Off a high seal, picked up there by Capito. Robinson shot, save Dylan Ward.
And that's why you have Dylan Ward to make saves like that. That's an open shot from 10 feet, but you got momentum here now. You can hear the crowd wants to get into this game. If he doesn't make that stop, Colorado's in a little bit of trouble. Let's see if they can build off that here.
One thing Saskatchewan's always been really good at is responding. Inside look to Will Malcolm, and he just missed it. Might have been a case of the rookie, little deer in the headlight, eyes too big, catching that first pass inside. Schattler gives it off to Keenan far side. Around a double seal, inside for Matthews, can't find it. And nice job there by Edwards to find it off the corner board. Up ahead, Taylor Stewart. No numbers here for Colorado, so Edwards will head off. Now Stewart will as well. Kinnear will wait for the reinforcements. Ryan Lee around the top of the Rouet pick. Pass to Malcolm, goes off the sideboards, right to Evan Kirk. Comes Ryan McLean. Was a guest star on Amazing Race Canada over the summer. When the Amazing Race went into Saskatoon, the Rush were a prominent showcase in that episode. And there's Robert Church. Oh, a fantastic strip check there by Robert Hope, but Church finds it, driving, shooting! Oh, that's a big save by Dylan Ward.
Got 2 in a row. Let's see if Colorado can get back to that middle. Last shift is a little bit on the outside. Here comes a pick and roll. Let's see if they get the middle of that floor.
Wardle skips it. Lee, heavy shot. Evan Kirk will eat that one up. Oh, game long. Oh, and that's a picked up pass by Killen. And it's going to draw a penalty on Mike Messenger. So back to the power play, go to Mammoth, and a chance to tie things up.
Checking from behind.
2-minute minor checking from behind on Messenger. And that was all caused by the turnover. As Kirk dropped, and I think Killen probably had more time than he realized, but they'll go to the power play regardless. The chance to tie this up.
Let's see what movement Colorado has here on offense. They're just going to stay perimeter, or they're going to see some movement on the outside as well.
Here's Eli McLaughlin off a pick, gives it off to Killen, backhand flip to Lee one more time, and a great stick by Kyle Rubin. Killen, shot, score! Killen of softness, his first of the year. Kyle Killen ties it up on the power play.
Well, we talked about it earlier in the first power play. Saskatchewan's going to give up those outside shots. They're going to dare you to take them. And Kirk plays a little bit of a different style than Dylan Ward. He sits a little bit further back in his net. Kyle Killen saw that opening, took that shot, was able to tie this game up here at 2.
Troop 41, Kyle Killen's goal song. I'm not going to tell you everybody's goal song, but maybe for the first couple of.
You should tell me that one. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that one either. I didn't know that one either. Killen from McLaughlin. Time of that goal, 14:46. And looks like timeout called here by the Rush. They get possession with 6.3 remaining in the quarter. Nick, what's the feeling down there between the benches?
Guys, it's interesting down here. I think the Rush are they're getting a little frustrated. I think the Mammoth been running them pretty good, and I don't know. We're gonna see what happens here with a few seconds left in the first quarter.
Well, you can feel the energy pick up here early. I think the crowd was excited, the fireworks, the motorcycles. Saskatchewan scores that early one. A little sloppy on the O-end from the offense, some turnovers. The last 2 goals here, you can feel that energy here, erupting. So I think this is, like Nick said, a big 7 seconds to kill this, to go into that intermission, tie it at 2, and then continue to build on that momentum that Colorado's been able to establish.
Evan Kirk most likely start on the bench here for Saskatchewan. I don't think he realized that they got 6 guys out on the floor. But someone's going to have to call Kirky to the bench. As they go 6 on 5. I don't even think the officials see this. It's too many men. Kirk's in the net. I don't think you could start like this, but Church, shot, save Dylan Ward. And that's the way the quarter's going to end. And not a single official realized that Saskatchewan had too many men on. Nonetheless, we'll go to break. Saskatchewan jumped out to a 2-0 lead, but goals from Ryan Lee and Kyle Killen have us tied up at 2. Come back for second quarter action. The Teddy Bears are coming from Denver, Colorado.
Thank you for participating in the Teddy Bear Toss.
Hold on to your teddy bears for the first minute.
2-2's your score from the Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado. PR Live makes watching live sports easy. Every game this weekend and next is available for free on PR Live. Download or visit to watch all of the National Lacrosse League action and more with PR Live. There's 1 goal in the first minute of this game, 3 goals in the last 3.5 minutes. So we had a little bit of a stall there in the middle part, but I think that's guys getting the legs going, getting adjusted to the altitude, all those things that go into account playing here in Colorado the first game of the year off the ensuing draw. McIntosh knocked to the ground. Check that. That's Holden Garland. And it'll be Saskatchewan possession. There's Marty Dinsdale far side. O'Neill will go for a late change. Sorry,
they're probably resting up from all the turkey they had yesterday as well.
Well, there's a shot from Mark Matthews. All the guys that were here in town in Denver, I can tell you that not a lot of places were open last night to get dinner. So I had IHOP. A couple other people had pizza. Not a lot of turkey being there.
Not a lot of turkey.
You did, I know. I see your extra belt notch.
Well, the turkeys are happy.
Here's Ryan Lee. Skips it over. Kinnear back to Lee. Bobbled it. Picks it up. Diagonal feed. McLaughlin backhander. Oh, that one just missed. Short side corner from Eli. Cornwall on the run. Rouet stuck on defense. Not going to be able to change. Can Saskatchewan take advantage? Church near side Schattler. Schattler still twister, trying to go 5-hole. Good save there by Dylan Warden. He's really settled down here as this game has gone on. Rouet up ahead. Can't get to the middle of the floor. Backhand feed McLaughlin. Tried to one-hand grab it, missed. Ryan McLean in there with Kyle Rubish. And Rubish will come away with it. And then that pass picked up by Killen, but somehow Corbeil jarred it out of his stick, and the Rush will maintain possession.
Tough play there for Killen. He had to decide, did he want to take the pass or hit the man? Kind of played it 50-50, just bad bounce. Possession goes back to Saskatchewan.
Here's McIntosh. Matthews, diagonal feed one more, and a nice save there by Dylan Ward. Up ahead, Tim Edwards. Edwards on the run. Fakes it, can't get underneath, stick check, and he'll skip it far side to Wardle. Don't forget, first goal here by the Mammoth in the second quarter will be reigning Teddy Bears on the Pepsi Center turf. Ryan Lee around the top, inside, Rouet, backhander, stroller save by Evan Kirk. And then that pass is knocked out of the stick of Cornwall. Mammoth screaming for back in, aren't gonna get it. And almost could have gotten an 8-second call, but Matthews on the other side of center. Pass knocked down by Taylor Stewart. Ball loose, grabbed there by Scott Carnegie. Up ahead, Capito as the pace picks up here in the second. Capito, a brand new father of a baby girl. Is not getting much sleep, but wouldn't have it any other way. There's Kyle Killen. Malcolm Killen, twister, easily handled there by Kirk. First shot of the quarter coming for the Mammoth over 2 minutes in. So I'd like to see a little more energy out of the offensive flow. And great job by the defense as Edwards and Sullivan surround Keenan. Edwards spins off a check from Corbeil. Gives it off That's Will Malcolm, splits the double team. Now watched there by Hossack, picked up by Rubish. And it's just so hard for anybody to go up against the bodies like that. Driving is hard, McIntosh, and Ward got a left glove on it. It's just, there's not a lot of space with the wingspan of guys like Corbeil and Rubish roaming the floor.
No, and they're deceptively quick for how big they are.
McIntosh far side. Around the double team shot, rebound, oh, it almost fell to Church. Oh, we're gonna get a delayed penalty coming up here. As Robert Hope laid a heavy slash onto Church. And the Rush will have their first power play of the night. Todd LeBranch will make the call.
Colorado number 18, minor penalty, slashing.
So slashing is the call. Got to give a shout out to Todd's grandson, Caden LeBranch, celebrating his 9th birthday tonight. Happy birthday, Caden. Ooh, that one. A heavy slash from Robert Hope. So let's see what this Rush power play can do. The #1 power play unit in all of lacrosse last year, clicking at over 57%. Pass to Keenan, doesn't connect. Shatler will find the loose ball. 18 on the shot clock. Plenty of time here for Saskatchewan. Church, Matthews, shot, scores. A little three-quarter bouncer. Beats Ward, stick side. And just like that, the Rush retake the lead on their first power play of the night.
Well, I like what Saskatchewan did. They put a man behind the net. You can see him there in the screen, and that really forces Dylan Ward to sit back a little bit on his goal line. So Dylan likes to play that high arc, take a big step out, take those outside shots, and that player behind the net forcing Dylan to be back closer to that goal line allows Mark Matthews, the former Denver Pioneer, to step into that shot and put it by him for a 3-2 lead.
Would you rather see those top two guys step up when that's communicated from the defense?
Absolutely. You know, it's if you're going to give shots up as a defense. Obviously, you're a man down. You know, you want to give them from the shooter positions and not from that point guy.
Matthews from Church. Time of the goal, 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Bottom line is Colorado's got to be extremely disciplined. You read off the stats from last year. This power play is lethal. You know, they got to stay out of the box here this evening.
Shatler, shot goes off the stick of Stewart. And the officials will talk this one over. And they will they give this ball to the Mammoth. I thought for sure that went off the tip of Taylor Stewart's stick, but after the Garrisons discussed it, they'll say Colorado ball. 10-10 remaining here in the second quarter. Fans waiting for the first Mammoth goal to chuck their teddy bears for a precious child. Wardle, watched there by Rubish. Gets a pick, shot, score! Throw your teddy bears! Colorado, Chris Wardle sends a precious child a very happy holiday gift. Not bad for a guy who had a broken wrist during the offseason and is just really seeing his first action of the season.
Well, you can see it very, very reminiscent of the first goal that Saskatchewan scored. Nice pick and roll. You get a double pick and roll up top, but low to low. You know, does a fantastic job of shooting around that defenseman and off that post and in. And on comes the Teddy Bears.
Wardle from McLaughlin. Time of the goal, 5:04. And give an assist to Dylan Ward as well, as the Mammoth tie this thing back up at 3. And there's that pick there from Dylan Kinnear. And Wardle's even on his wrong side, so a tough angle. But much like that Robert Church goal, short side, Kirk sees it late. And it goes off the bar and in. And we got a bit of a delay here while we clean up the turf with under 10 minutes to go. Down between the benches, Nick Carlson, he had mentioned Saskatchewan maybe a little rattled at times, but how is it now with 10 minutes to go in the second?
On the floor is a lot of these screenshots are the ones that are sneaking in. So they're packing in the middle and shooting over or shooting through. Those are the ones that are going in on sort of both ends of the floor right now.
How many times have you wanted to jump over the boards and take a shift, Nick?
Just give me one chance, I'll do it.
I was talking with Pat Coyle about you joining our broadcast, and he said, good thing he's there because he breaks too many shafts when he plays. How many shafts did you go through?
Yeah, I think there are a few too many, and I think it put us in some bad situations sometimes, but Glant could probably comment on that.
Did he break a few?
Did I break a few? No, because, you know, my arms don't look the way Nick's arms do. You know, I'm coming out of my suit in the belly area. It's his biceps that might not fit into that suit jacket, and so I did not break nearly as many shafts as he did.
For a donation of $25, you can place the name of a loved one affected by cancer on the back of all the players' jerseys for this season's Lacrosse Out Cancer Game. All proceeds will benefit local organizations that battle cancer daily. For more information and details, visit calloutmammoth.com. So under 10 minutes to go. Shot 16-15 in favor of the Rush. Tie score at 3s apiece, and kind of what we thought, a low-scoring, defensive-minded lacrosse game, and still a bit of a feeling out process too.
Yeah, absolutely. You look up and there's 10 minutes left in the second quarter and it's 3-3, and I think there's been moments where you felt Saskatchewan has really taken it to Colorado, but through Dylan Ward and you know, their defense, like you mentioned earlier, working from the inside out, you know, they've been able to stymie Saskatchewan a little bit, and they're holding in. And like we talked about at length, this crowd is ready to erupt here. You know, and so can Colorado build on the successes they've had so far?
Another face-off win by Jeremy Thompson gives the Rush possession. Church, Matthews, around the top, back to Robert Church. Double clutch, and that one hit a body. They give him a reset off Ward. And the Mammoth bench is screaming, that hit a defender, it never hit Dylan Ward.
Dylan Ward saying the same thing.
And Warren Jeffrey will pick it up. Split past Ryan Keenan, give it off to Capito. Late man through the middle. Rouet, shot, score! They call him the Rooster, and it gives Colorado their first lead of the game. It's 4-3.
The Mammoth do a great job. You know, Saskatchewan gets a reset that was questionable at one end. They defend the boards, they get that ground ball, move it up, and Joey Capito in transition. Sees Rouet coming off that bench and finds him with a great pass, and it's 4-3 Colorado.
And that all stems from Warren Jeffrey, loose ball in the corner, pushing the tempo, and guys sprinting off the floor and out the front gate. You know, coaches love to see that.
Coaches love seeing that, and the team will see that in their film session. You know, in that second and fourth quarter, where you get transition from is not running the ball up the floor, it's getting off the floor and getting those O guys onto it.
Time of the goal, 5:50. Good stick check there by Stewart. Rebound, oh, and a nice save by Dylan Ward to deny Marty Dinsdale. 8:53 remaining in the half. Chris Wardle sent the Loud House crazy as he tied at 3, and the Teddy Bear toss was a huge success. Come back and join us in Denver.
Hey, welcome back to the Pep Center. Mammoth are up 4-3. I have Rush coach Derek Keenan here. Coach, what do you think of your team's play so far?
We're a little sloppy, I think, on offense and in transition, 2 turnovers. Not bad though. I mean, it's a tight game. It always is with these guys, low scoring, and got to work hard to get our looks.
Awesome. Hey, good luck out there. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Nick. And I think Derek Keenan can be overcritical of his team, but he is a man that expects perfection out of his group. Sloppy, maybe, but I don't think they're in as desperate desire as he may make it sound.
Well, you know, it's that perfection that has led them to, you know, 4 championship series in the last 5 years, and so, you know, it's a veteran club. You know, they want to be perfect, and when it's not, they're going to hold themselves accountable.
3 games on NLL face-off weekend, including this one. just getting started on the West Coast. Calgary leads Vancouver 1-0. And then tomorrow night, Georgia will visit Rochester to take on the new look Nighthawks 2.0. Again, all those games on BR Live are free. As Lee scores! What a rebound and a quick release from Arlisi. The Mammoth up 2-5-3.
Again, like we saw on the power play goal, it all starts with a hard dodge here. Eli McLaughlin shot goes off the post, right? And that rebound is going in, but it's Eli. You know, he had a difficult first quarter, to say the least, with possessing the ball, but him creating that slide, the defense all turned to react. No one's there to box out Ryan Lee, and he's able to get that rebound and put it in.
I talked with some of the coaching staff last night at practice, and they all said that Ryan Lee has been shooting the lights out in preseason. And a lot of that may stem from his work with the Denver Outlaws in the MLL and the great season that he had with them, but he's really gained a whole lot of confidence now in his third year.
Well, they're going to need that because you have guys who are driving to the net, and you need those guys who can, when the defense collapses, they're open on the outside to put those balls in the back of the lacrosse net.
Time of the goal, 6:32. It's an outside shot from Ben McIntosh. Floats over the far shoulder of Dylan Ward, and that's a good response from Saskatchewan. Make it 5-4 Colorado.
Well, Dylan has done a fantastic job here tonight of withstanding those pressure, but again, you know, a pick and roll, right? And you have an offensive guy stuck out there on defense, and you know, these guys are too good, you know, just to put a stick out. You got to create contact. You got to bang them up on the hips. You know, in just a stick in the passing lane, shooting lane, that's not going to stop anyone here.
Ben McIntosh was tied for the team leading goals last year with 41. He had 77 points on the year, second on the team. And he gets his first of the season here. As Dylan Kinnear called for procedure on the drop. Messenger will take it for Saskatchewan.
It's a big defensive stop here early in the game for the Colorado Mammoth.
Dinsdale. Church bobbled it. Robinson skips it over. McIntosh shot. Nice save there by Dylan Ward. Official time of the goal, 7:01. McIntosh from Matthews and Church. This Church got himself in on every Saskatchewan goal so far tonight. In the corner, Will Malcolm tries to pivot on Jordy Jones-Smith. Up top, McLaughlin finds Ryan Lee. Inside of McLaughlin, pass was behind him. Loose ball, Wardle. 6 on the Shot Clock. World driving, shooting! Oh, they wave it off! They say in the crease is Pat Coyle quickly looking up to Pepsi Vision to see if he can get a replay here. And they're not going to get one. And here comes a look. And it looks like they're going to keep the flag in the pockets. And they won't challenge this one. That was a real close one, but down the other end, Colorado stops the rush on defense to hold on to this 1-goal lead.
That first angle looked like he might have been in the crease, but the second one, you know, a guy looked like he was okay.
It was all that second foot and whether it actually touched or it didn't touch. And illegal pick in the back. Here comes Saskatchewan the other way. Corbeil on the run. Oh, and a nice job defensively there by Josh Sullivan to take Dinsdale out of the play and make Corbeil shoot that. Inside alone, O'Connor Robinson was open in the middle. And running the floor is Scott Carnegie. He's got Corbeil all over him. We'll leave it there for Robert Hope. And here's Eli McLaughlin. Had a tough travel day, did Eli. Got here late. Killen skips it. Malcolm, shot. That hit Messenger, never made it on target. 8 on the shot clock. Lee can't find it. Messenger doesn't have a stick or a glove. Loose ball picked up there by Jones-Smith. Up ahead to Shatler. He'll slow it up. Shots 20-18 in favor of the Rush. Driving, shot, off the shoulder. And it picked up there by Johnny Lentz. And Pat Coyle said it when I talked to him this week. They really made a conservative effort to get bigger on the back end. And they've done that with Jeffrey and Craig. Even a guy like John Lentz adds some size to the back end.
Well, I think you have to look at, you know, your opponents and particularly who's in your division. I think with Saskatchewan, you know, Calgary and San Diego are the top three. You know, you need big bodies on that D end because they're 1A players. You're seeing Mark Matthews here tonight. They are big men that can play, and so you need that size.
Chris Wardle dispossessed Rubish of the ball. Gets a new 30 here for Colorado. Outside shot by Rouet, handled by Evan Kirk.
And what's interesting about that is, you know, when Pat Coyle was here as a player, he was that big body. Guys like him and Rich Catton were the muscle and strength, and Josh Sims and Nick Carlson were the transition players.
Keenan on a fresh 30. Late man off the bench is Robert Church. He has it now. Into the corner, Dinsdale. Watched there by Hope. Comes off a screen, picked up by Gillis. McIntosh now. Matthews shot. Oh, he rang it off the post. And you always have to be wary when 42 has that ball. He'll shoot it from anywhere as hard as he can. But the Mammoth lead it 5-4. McLaughlin shot off the post. Ryan Lee counters with the rebound. Come back. Final 4:10 of the second here. Just over 4 minutes remaining in the half. Colorado leading at 5-4. Dylan Ward has made 18 saves on 22 shots last year at a 10.83 goals against and a .77 save percentage. And we continually to laud his expertise between the pipes. Signing that 4-year deal, he's going to be in the Maroon for quite some time.
Yeah, and that's, you know, positive obviously for the organization and the fans here, and we've talked about at length. He's one of the best in the world, you know, between the pipes there, and he's made some saves here tonight to withstand momentum, you know, that are the reasons why, you know, the organization signed him to that 4-year deal.
Shatler drives the middle, pushed back by Capito. McIntosh to Church. Around a high seal, back down McIntosh, looking in the middle, shot, saved, Ward, loose ball, and it'll be grabbed there by Dylan Ward. He's got Capito at center, finds him on the run. Out of the front door is McLaughlin, but Saskatchewan is back in time. And Capito will roll to the bench. Kyle Killen. 13 on the shot clock. Wardle dispossessed by Jones Smith. And they won't call it back over, but late in the 30, Saskatchewan will pick it up, and I think that's going to be a trip on Wardle, but here comes Hossack on the run. Hossack tried to flip it to his teammate. And this is going to be a penalty on Chris Wardle. So the Rush, who are 1 for 1 already with the man advantage, will have a late power play here in the second quarter, down a goal.
Colorado 17, minor penalty, tripping.
We talked earlier about the Mammoth needing to stay out of the box, and, you know, Hopi took a penalty that was, you know, not a good penalty, and this is another one. And it really started with Joey Capito rolling the ball to the bench and creating an awkward change. You know, it put his teammate in a tough position at center, and those are there's good penalties, there's bad penalties, and the Mammoth have taken 2 bad ones here tonight.
Same 5-man unit for the Rush. Matthews inside. Keenan scores, and that one took all of 10 seconds. And the #1 power play unit from last year picking up right where they left off. It's 5-5.
It's amazing how smooth the hands are of Mark Matthews, and he steps in like he's going to shoot, and he just flips it over his shoulder. Right on the money. And all the young lacrosse players that are in the arena here tonight to celebrate their youth championships here at halftime, you know, I hope you're watching at how deceptive Mark Matthews is there. His stick is up, it's steady, and just with that top hand flicks the wrist, and it's behind his back and right in his teammate's stick, and it's a walk down for breakaway goal.
Thompson wins the draw, pops free to Ryan McLean. Rush trying to regain the lead for the first time since 3-2. Time of the goal, 11:58. Driving is Connor Robinson. He got right to the heart of the net, and Ward will quickly move it up ahead to Taylor Stewart. Stewart has no number, so he'll skip it across to McLaughlin. He's watched there by Jones Smith. McLaughlin. Bounced it near side Rouet. Now Ryan Lee with 10 on the 30. Lee shot. Oh, it got a piece of Kurt, and it skipped out the backside. Lee almost had another. Up ahead, Hossack. Picked up there by Sullivan. They go down along the near side board to Mark Matthews. Late man McIntosh. Matthews, Church, right back to Matthews. Fakes it, tries a swim move on Sullivan. Here comes a double team from Hope. Man was open in the middle, but Matthews couldn't find Keenan. Late in the 30, got to be careful here. And then the pass goes awry. On February 1st, the San Diego Seals are making history and hosting the Colorado Mammoth for the first ever NLL game to be played in Las Vegas. For more information, visit sealslax.com/Vegas. Here's Jacob Rouet. Man off the bench, McLaughlin. Nice defense there by McLean to turn it back. Portal shot. Oh, what a shoulder save by Evan Kirk. Reset the 30. Hard run off the bench from Wardle, but Kirk equal to the task. 13-8 shots this quarter in favor of the Rush. Here's Kinnear. McLaughlin slips underneath Rubish, comes around the top. McLaughlin, bouncer, hit a stick. 6 seconds, they'll say that went off of a Rush stick. It'll stay here, but they won't reset the 30. Oh, they will reset the 30. And that's a lucky break for the Colorado Mammoth.
You go 2 for 1 here?
I wouldn't mind it. Killen. McLaughlin, Killen driving, pushed back by Corbeil. Backdoor cut, Leo, and it hit him in the shoulder as he was open. Running the floor. Garland shot, oh, a shoulder save there by Dylan Ward. Might have hit him in the face mask. Oh, and there's a bump off the ball by Schattler on Hope. And Colorado picks it up and they call timeout. Timeout, Colorado. And so let's see what Sean Williams can draw up here for the offense. 5-5 is the score. Rush leading shots 25-20. Deposits for Mammoth season tickets are on sale now for the 1920 season. Catch all the action at the Loud House with the best prices on seats and great benefits, including discounts on team merch, playoff tickets, bonus tickets, and more. For more information, check out ColoradoMammoth.com. Great crowd here on hand inside the Pepsi Center on Black Friday. And a Thanksgiving weekend here in the United States. I want to thank everybody tuning in on PR Live and Altitude. Don't forget, Warriors and Roughnecks currently playing right now from Vancouver, BC. And then tomorrow night, the Georgia Swarm will take on the new-look Rochester Nighthawks. And again, you can watch that game live on BR Live.
We can't hear you telling the Bucks.
So Ward to the net. They won't go 6-on-5 as there's 2.7 above the shot clock, so they don't want to waste it and give the Rush a chance at an empty net. Dylan Ward just kind of floating. And now they're going to bring him to the bench. 6-on-5 with 15 remaining. Rouet, Ryan Lee skips it, gets it right back. He'll shoot, hit a body, and gets it right back. And that'll be a shot clock violation as the quarter time runs down. And they're gonna have to put 2.7 seconds left up here. They gotta get Dylan Ward quickly out onto the floor.
And that stoppage allows the Mammoth to get Dylan Ward back on the floor because Saskatchewan had that ball, loaded, ready to fire it down the floor.
And they'll quickly pull Evan Kirk, but with 2.7, not much of a chance here, but Matthews will take it. fire it, and that one will go wide as the half will come to an end. Bit of a slow start for the Mammoth, but they found their legs and had a really nice second quarter. End up 5-5 with the Rush.
No, he did, and you know they got transition going, right? They're playing well in the pick and roll, and it's what we thought it would be, a defensive battle here so far.
When we come back, we'll have highlights, but first, Nick Carlson with Ryan Lee.
Hey guys, yeah, I got Ryan Lee here. What's been most important to get your offense off to a good start here against this veteran defense from the Rush?
I mean, we just have to keep our feet moving. They're going to pressure us all the way out to the board. So if we just keep our feet moving, well, stay away from the swing passes from boards to boards, I think we'll be good.
Awesome. And what about getting to the net, but with Kirk?
Yeah, he's a really good goalie. He started off hot, made 10 saves in a row or something. So we just got to keep going, get inside, and I mean, we'll have the open looks.
Awesome. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Ryan. 5-5 is your score. Come back. We'll break down the first half and give you an in-depth look at Mammoth captain Dan Coates. It's NLL Face-Off Weekend on PR Live and Altitude TV. Back inside the Pepsi Center for halftime, where it's 5-5 between the Rush and the Mammoth. Teddy Jenner back here inside the broadcast booth. And this year, the Colorado Mammoth are doing something special. They're taking you behind the scenes to give you a look at what it takes to make the Mammoth. We give you behind the scenes features, in-depth interviews, and this special mic'd up feature with Mammoth captain Dan Coates.
Good.
Yep. Just go hard, man. Don't think about time. Don't think about how long practice is. Just next shift. All right, let's go. Compete. No, 3, 1, 2, 3.
My first training camp, well, it seems like a long time ago, but I just remember coming out here and immediately sucking wind and not used to the altitude. But obviously you were nervous, but you were excited to be a part of this organization and just to compete in MLL.
Guys, so we're going to be shooting, right? We're coming out, nice angle shot, then we're going wide to the board. We're getting past from the next two guys in line.
I think I've kind of always been in a leadership role since I've started playing lacrosse. It's something that just comes natural to me. Sometimes I don't realize I'm being vocal, but it just kind of, I think, comes natural.
Get loose! Back! Talk it up, D, let's go! Good job!
I think communication is huge, especially in our game. We got 20 guys playing on game night, and every single one of those guys is an important part of this team, and we all got to be communicating. We need to be a cohesive unit. Communication is key with that.
Okay, so if there's a guy behind, we'll lock off, all right? We'll lock off if there's a guy behind, all right? Play 4-on-4.
What do you mean lock up high?
So, no, if there's a guy goes behind the net, we're going to lock him. That's 4-on-4, but you got to let him know you're behind.
We're excited. I think Warren Jeffrey, Brent Craig, it's comforting to see their big bodies, especially at the DN with Craig and Jeffrey. These guys have played at a high level. They've played in Minto Cups. They know what it takes, and they look like they're already at home with this team. And it's exciting. It doesn't look like we're going to have to do a ton of teaching, more or less just refreshing them, because these guys have all played the system. It's just getting acquainted to the speed and the pace of this game.
Let's go, hey? Find some energy right now. Step up, right here, step up. 3, go!
The quality of players coming through the college ranks and junior ranks, it's just a great game right now. Everything, I wish I could watch some film from my first year to now. I'm sure there's a big change. But I think it's just the level of competition, and these guys are skilled, and it's just exciting lacrosse to play.
Yes! Let's go!
A leader both on and off the floor, Dan Coates is an amazing, amazing player. 5-5 at halftime. Come back. Johnny joins me for highlights between the Rush and Mammoth. Tonight's game at the Loud House is brought to you by your hometown Toyota stores and the powerful 2020 Toyota RAV4. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save. Just over 5 minutes left in halftime here from Denver, tied 5-5 between the Mammoth and the Rush. John, let's take a look at the first half highlights as the Mammoth had a bit of a slow start. It was the Rush who jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead.
Yeah, right off the bat, the first shot goes in, and the crowd is a little bit down. But the Mammoth stepped it up both defensively and offensively to get themselves back in it, and it started with some big saves by Dylan Ward.
Dylan Ward got settled down. Then once the Mammoth found their legs, we started getting the track meet that we expected from these two teams.
Yeah, we talked about it early that the Mammoth are going to need offense from their transition, and we saw that. We had a power play goal, which got this crowd going, but it was their defense creating offense that really got this team moving in the right direction that first half.
We have to be careful when I say we, I mean the Colorado Mammoth, because Saskatchewan is 2 for 2 in the man advantage.
Well, we talked about how potent their power play is, and the Colorado Mammoth took 2, unnecessary penalties, and Saskatchewan right away put the ball in the back of the net. And so it's going to be key here in the second half for the Mammoth to stay out of that box because they haven't shown the ability to stop that potent power play.
That goal from Ryan Lee gave Colorado a 2-goal lead, but the Rush would score 2 goals late in that quarter to tie it 5-5. Is that a momentum killer, or is that just a reset for Colorado?
Well, I think it's a reset. They're a veteran enough club with Robert Hope and Dan Coates on that back end to reset. And we've talked about it. It's the first game of the season. There's going to be moments of sloppiness. If you get through the first half 5-5, you're happy.
There's a look at the first half stats. Pretty even across the board. Jeremy Thompson doing a nice job in the face-off circle for the Rush. But if you are Pat Coyle, what's your message to Colorado coming out for the second half of the year?
I think it's important that offensively, they're not sloppy. They're moving that ball east to west and skip passes like we like to call it. But I think they got to get to the middle. Saskatchewan is pressing them out to the boards, and those east-west passes they're picking off and creating their own transition. So they got to own the middle of the floor, both defensively and offensively.
We'll see what adjustments both coaching staffs make as we come back for second half action. NLL Face-Off Week on Altitude TV and BR Live. Back inside the Pepsi Center, 5-5 at halftime. Mammoth and the Rush here on NLL Face-Off Weekend, the start of the 34th season in the NLL's history, and what a better way to start than here in the Mile High City between the two teams that faced off in last year's West semifinal. And the Mammoth knocked off the Rush 11-10 into overtime. Nick Carlson will be joined by hopefully Mark Matthews in a couple minutes as both teams are making their way back onto the floor. When you assess this first half for the Mammoth, Johnny, positives, negatives?
I think it's, they had some positives in the way they played defensively. To hold, Saskatchewan to 5 goals. I think they're doing a good job defending the pick and roll, make adjustment on that slow pick and roll. And I think offensively, right, there are moments where they're getting to that middle. And we've talked about that at length. And, they got to continue that here in that second half.
Up in Vancouver, Calgary leads the Warriors 7-2. Now down to Nick Carlson with Mark Matthews. Nick?
Hey guys, here with Mark Matthews. Mark, what's the key to your guys' success on the power play so far?
We're just going to move the ball and shoot the ball well, and we've been doing that so far, taking what they give us and driving the net and taking good shots.
Awesome. Well, good luck out there.
Thank you.
Hey, guys, back to you.
Thank you, Nick. Face-Off Weekend continues tomorrow night when the Georgia Swarm visit the Rochester Nighthawks at Blue Cross Arena. Coverage starts at 6:30 p.m. with NLL Game Day Live. Download the BR Live app to catch all the moments that matter. Second half underway. Procedure called on Jeremy Thompson, so the Mammoth will have the opening chance to break this tie. Hope, McLaughlin, into the corner, Ryan Lee watched there by Holden Garland, first round draft pick of the Saskatchewan Rush. Maybe a delayed penalty coming up. I thought they might have been going for a sneak, but Ward to the bench, 6 on 5 here, and that pass is knocked down by the calm stick of Holden Garland. But Colorado 1 for 2 with a man advantage in the first half. They'll get their third opportunity as the captain again heads to the box.
Saskatchewan number 16, a 2-minute minor holding the stick.
Holding the stick is the call on Chris Corbeil. So here come the Mammoths. Looking to work the power play. Rouet, Lee, Killen, Wardle, McLaughlin. Messenger, Rubish, Dilks, and Travis Cornwall will play the 4-man box in front of Evan Kirk. Down low, Lee. Rouet. Up top, Kyle Killen. McLaughlin shot, that hit the butt end of Kirk's stick. And Wardle will sprint to safety, gives it to Killen. And that shot hit a stick. And then Killen will get his own rebound. 20 on the 30-second shot, a minute 30 remaining in the minor. Ryan Lee around top, little wheel here from Colorado. Got to be careful of Dilks trying to pick off the pass. And that pass to Rouet doesn't connect. Active sticks by the rush D. There's a shot from Killen. Shoulder save Evan Kirk. And now they got to find an outlet pass, and Matthews is out the front door, but he's quickly met there by the defensive stick of Taylor Stewart. And they're not going to call back over. Fans screaming for it. But ball still loose. Ryan Dilks battling. Colorado be wise just to let the shot clock run out. And now Rubish joins the battle. And the 30 is going to wind down here. Nice job by the Colorado defense just to keep this ball free and earn a new 30 with 42 remaining on the minor.
That's a good job by the Colorado defense there, mucking that ball up a little bit. But you mentioned the active sticks in Saskatchewan short man. Your stick can be active as a defenseman when there's not much player movement. And so let's see if Colorado sends a few guys through the middle here to get this defense spread out.
High seal for Lee. Diagonal feed to Wardle, and he missed the pass. Nice job by McLaughlin to get that rebound, though. Late in the 30, Rouet to Wardle, scores! What an extra look from Rooster. Wardle's got a pair, 6'5", power play marker, Mammoth.
It's a great skip pass. The open net, it starts early with a little pick up top. And Evan Kirk came sliding across, got out of position, never really recovered. Again, playing that bounce off the boards, comes right to Rouet. Nice little skip pass to Wardle, it's in the net.
And Evan Kirk just couldn't get there in time. As Wardle gets his second of the night, breaks the deadlock. Give an extra assist to Eli McLaughlin. He's got 4 dimes on the night. Time of the goal, 2:15. And off the ensuing draw, it's Tim Edwards. Edwards running, great stick check by the captain, Chris Corbeil. Edwards kind of left it dangling there, but you still got to be able to catch the guy to cause the turnover.
I think both teams are going to be advised here to stay out of the box here tonight. I think both power plays are on point, balls are moving well. And defensively, the referees are calling that hold in the stick tight, so you got to make that adjustment defensively.
Inside feed, Robinson goes 5-hole on Ward, and we're tied at 6. Connor Robinson got free through the middle. And Dylan Ward couldn't get quite enough. And we're back even at 6.
A little bit of a hard down pick by Mark Matthews. And when he's moving, you're going to pay attention. And Robert Hope gets a little jammed up there on that down pick from Matthews, and that allows that middle to be cut. Pass is on point, and Connor Robinson's able to put it in the back of the net.
Give assists to Ryan Keenan and Robert Church. Church has himself a 5-point night. Time of that goal, 2:47, and they respond just 30 seconds after the Mammoth goal. And that's one of Saskatchewan's strengths, is that quick rebound goal after giving one up.
Well, that's a veteran club, and you mentioned early that they got to come right back out, and as a defense, you got to be aware of that from that first face-off.
Keenan found the rebound off the McIntosh shot, put it right on target, and Dylan Ward had to be quick to make that save. Sullivan up ahead to Eli McLaughlin. 11:36 remaining here in the third quarter. Thanks for joining us here from Denver on Altitude, BR Live, and those folks listen on Saskatchewan radio up in Toontown. And there's another strip, this time by Ryan McLean. And now Rubish being watched by Wardle to McLean. And they just get it over center as Olden Garland has it. Robinson, near side, Robert Church. Had the first 2 goals of the game for the Rush. Comes off a pick, skips it to Matthews. One-on-one with Sullivan on his wrong side, takes a shot, and Ward got a piece of it. Robinson found the loose ball, fell in the corner, double team. Still has it. Can he find an outlet? He does, floats it all the way to center, where Church was waiting for. That's a smart play by Church, just to be a free safety there and give your teammates someone to pass the ball to. As that shot goes off Ward, picked up there by Hope. He's double teamed, now flips it near side Edwards. You got to be really impressed with both these defense here tonight, Johnny, especially as a D guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, they're playing physical, and they're playing 2 different styles. Saskatchewan's pressing out, Colorado's a little bit more compact. You know, but you can see the
oh, it's Dylan Kinnear tried to go underneath. Shot by Wardle, skipped on target. Kirk with the save.
The one adjustment Saskatchewan's offense has made is they're really coming off that bench hard, right, and driving through the middle. And you can see Colorado's made the adjustment of they're pressing a little bit more in transition here.
And now they get caught in transition, and then Hossack was on his wrong side. And then they'll call a minor push on Colorado. They're going to take the TV timeout. Ward signaling to the officials. And that's just a goalie who knows what's going on. He's in the play. He knows we're under 10. Let's give me and Evie a bit of water. 6-6 is your score. Both teams have a marker here in the third. Come back from Denver, Colorado. Ten minutes to go here in the third quarter from the Loud House in Denver, Colorado. 6-6 between the Mammoth and the Rush. Between the benches, Nick Carlson with an update on Captain Dan Coates. Nick?
Yeah, guys, tough break for the Mammoth here. They lost their veteran D guy, Dan Coates. Lower body injury by the sounds of it. Doesn't sound like he'll be back tonight.
Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it. So that means a lot more responsibility falls on the shoulders of Hope, Gillis, Sullivan, and the rookie Warren Jeffrey.
Oh, absolutely, and Dylan Ward in there.
Delayed penalty coming up here to Colorado as a Rush player was taken down in the middle of the floor. Evan Kirk to the bench. 6-on-5 here for the Rush. Late man on the floor is Dinsdale. He goes right to the center of the floor. Church has it to Keenan. Back to Church. Shot, put it wide off. Ward's back. Rebound. Oh, nice job there by Robert Hope. Soaking one. And that denied a Rush goal, but the Mammoth will head to the box and give the Rush power play their third opportunity and a chance to stay perfect. It'll be Josh Sullivan making his way to the box.
Colorado number 4, a 2-minute mark.
Holding is the call on Sullivan.
It'll be interesting to see what adjustments Colorado has made. Do they put a little bit more pressure on Matthews up here at the point? You know, the Saskatchewan picked them apart the 2 previous power plays. Let's see if they made any changes.
Dinsdale, McIntosh, Church, Matthews, Shatler, Keenan. 5-man unit for Saskatchewan. There's Matthews, shot. Nice save by Dylan Ward. He's got Capito on a fly pattern. Gonna try to hit him on the bounce, and Capito can't find it with Keenan all over him. Great job by Ryan Keenan to backtrack with Joey Capito. Not a lot of guys can do that.
Not a lot of guys can do it, no. Matthews wasn't going to do it.
A minute 20 remaining on the minor to Sullivan. Here's Keenan off a pick from Matthews. Takes a shot, 5-hole scores. And the Rush retake the lead at 7-6. 3 for 3 on the power play. Keenan has a pair.
You know, a subtle adjustment, you know, in the first repetition, they move the ball forward. You know, this one, they go to the left, and Matthews is setting that up pick, and that allows the ball carrier to come around and take that outside shot. And, you know, you're in a difficult position, you know, as a defender there. If you go over the top, you know, Matthews is going to slip it to the middle. He chooses to go underneath. That gives up that outside shot.
Is that a tactical decision to try and fight over the top to not give Matthews the underneath and allow Keenan that shot?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, percentages, right? You want to give up the further shot away, you know, but, you know, I think it's you go over the top and you put pressure on the ball carrier and force him to make a, you know, a tight pass. You know, Colorado's man down has been very passive, very in tight and passive here tonight, and it hasn't worked yet.
Time of the goal, 6:18. Keenan from Matthews and Church, and Robert Church is working himself a 6-point night. Here's Taylor Stewart. We'll leave it for Hope. And now Jacob Rouet with it. Rouet with that wonderful feed to Chris Wardle. And now here's Eli McLaughlin driving. And Evan Kirk wore that one off the face mask. Running the floor is Messenger. We'll give it off to McIntosh with a head of steam. Messenger going to stay and play a shift to O here. Skip far side. Robinson, diagonal. Dinsdale couldn't handle the one-time feed. 10 on the 30, inside, diving shot. Saved there by Dylan Ward as McIntosh got 3 underneath. Sullivan will leave it for Dylan Kinnear. One-on-one, Kinnear drives, gets underneath, shoots, score! Oh, they're gonna wave it off. Kinnear called in the crease. I think he landed before it went across the line. And the Mammoth coaching staff will again watch themselves some Pepsi vision. And the Mammoth are gonna throw it. They're gonna ask for a challenge here, but I don't know. It's gonna be tough, Johnny. I don't know if it crossed the line fully before he landed on the turf, but Dylan Kinnear hopes that it does get overturned. He'll have his first as a pro NLL.
You could see that coming a little bit from a mile away, where, you know, Kinnear is up that mid boards like we call it here, and it's definitely not the feet in touching the crease. It's does he land before it crosses, you know, the goal line. But again, Colorado has played it with a man behind the net at X. That sucks the defender down and in, so you can't have a guy sliding. The offensive ball carrier is the lowest ball carrier, but he's in mid boards and he just drives hard underneath. And that's kind of rule number 1 as a D guy. You know, you can never get beat underneath.
Fans here inside the Pepsi Center saw the first replay, and Kinnear leaves from out of the crease, and they saw that and they started booing because of the call. But it's all going to depend on when that ball crosses the line and when he falls on the turf. And unfortunately, I think Kirk gets enough of it to hold it in his jersey there. But you just, hard to tell where that ball is in compared to the line, and you don't have a straight down the line camera, so this one may be deemed inconclusive.
And I always enjoy seeing, you know, because, you know, the teams are seeing the same replays that we're seeing, and Saskatchewan has sent their offense out because they believe it's going to be their ball, and Colorado has kept their team, you know, at the bench and believing, you know, they're going to get the call. And so, you know, I don't think even from this overhead angle that we're seeing from the booth here, you know, you can't see when the contact's made with the turf.
We'd love to give you a little bit of NLL Wired with our crew chief, Todd LaBranch. Unfortunately, a few technical difficulties, but Todd LaBranch has been a star whenever the mic has been turned on him, especially here inside the Loud House. But NLL Wired will be a feature on every National Lacrosse League game here on BR Live. So remember, first 2 weeks are free, but after that, you got to pay for the fun. And here comes Todd LaBranch with the official call, and we both expect this to stay with the call on the field.
After review, the shooter lands inside the crease prior to the ball crossing the line. Therefore, we have no ball.
And the fans here still booing the call, but unfortunately, it is the right one.
Yeah, depending on your perspective. But it's, yeah, I think you said it, Ted. There was no angle there that could show both, you know, as the ball crossing the line and landing in the crease. And so, yeah, you got the call correct.
Back to live action. Shot there from Church, saved by Ward, loose ball, picked up by Hope. And the galloping gazelle from Peterborough, Ontario gets across center. They'll leave it there for Will Malcolm, the rookie, who's had a couple good looks at his debut. Backside look to Ryan Lee, and the pass was just too high. He was kind of looking that one down the barrel of a gun. Now Messenger on the run with transition. Messenger flip, one-time shot there from Shatler.
I think you gave
Check
a shot.
that was Ryan Keenan who had the alley-oop.
Sorry, if you gave it to Keenan a little earlier, I think he would have a better angle, like going to the crease there. You know, I know the Mammoth fans are a little disappointed by that no goal, but I do like the aggressiveness out of the Mammoth offense that we've seen so far here in the second half.
Kinnear sets a pick from McLaughlin. Wardle rolls to the middle, doesn't get the pass. Rouet with 5 on the shot clock. Rouet shot, save, Kirk, loose ball. Picked up there in the middle by Malcolm, and he gets rocked to the turf. Wardle finds a rebound underneath 30. Ryan Lee to Rouet, couldn't find it, gets knocked to the ground there by Cornwall. Shots 8-8 this quarter. Rush leading it 7-6, 5:40 remaining in the third. Thanks for joining us here from Denver. NLL face-off weekend. McIntosh driving, spinning, flips it up top. Church hesitates, scores! Robert Church is having himself an evening. 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points on 8 goals, and the Rush have a 2-goal lead.
Well, the Mammoth have gotten beat here this evening when it's that slow pick and roll, and McIntosh does a great job of drawing 2 guys, and it's just an easy pitch out, and you can see Lynch there tapping himself on the chest saying, yeah, I got sucked down a little too low and there wasn't the rotation coming over. And so the hard pick and rolls, and we said this, you know, in the pregame, you know, there's some teams are very quick and aggressive. Saskatchewan's very methodical, and they set those slow pick and rolls and are getting those outside shots.
Church, McIntosh, Keenan, time of the goal, 9 minutes, 30 seconds. And that might have actually been Robert Church's 4th goal of the night.
So we're in a very important time here in this game. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. We were down 2. Right? And Colorado can't get too far behind, so they're going to have to start putting some good offensive possessions together here.
Far side, Rouet, off a pick from Killen. Near side, Will Malcolm. Split dodge on Jordy Jones. Killen tried to give the one-time feed to the man in the middle. That'll be a shot clock violation on Colorado. It'll take us to break. Robert Church is having himself a game. He's been on pretty much every goal for the Rush, and they have a 2-goal lead. Come back for the remaining third quarter here from Denver.
He's gonna get 3 hopefully here.
8-6 is your score. Rush leading the Mammoth here. 4:41 remaining in the third quarter. Mammoth trying to get themselves back into this game. Let's hear some mic'd up action between these two heated contestants.
Hey, so that last.
You catch 5 of these balls, you're gonna go home with a slap in the jersey. If you catch 10, put them in the back of the Toyota Tacoma truck, you're gonna get a jersey and 50 euros in Altitude Authentics. Jerry,
They did prospect last time.
yeah, they did. Yeah, they did prospect for Church.
See, I know, I'm trying to find it.
Matthews floated in the middle, then he hit high and Church came around.
Is it before that? No.
Yeah, it's after that. It's after the goal.
After that goal?
It's after that goal. Right there, that's what it is.
No, they didn't score on it.
I'm done. Right there. Is that it there?
How far this league's come when they're using iPads on the bench?
Hey, you know, technology.
Back to live action. Rush leading by a pair. Here's Ben McIntosh. Trying to go behind the net. Nice active stick there by Warren Jeffrey. Shatler. Ryan Keenan gets a pick. Takes a shot, just missed short side. 5 on the shot clock. McIntosh shot, nice save there by Dylan Ward. And the thing with this Rush offense is they can get shots off in an instant, and with 2 seconds left, Church was able to get that ball to McIntosh and on target. You can never relax too early.
Yeah, you can play that full 30. You can see they can ride a little bit too, right? It's causing some issues for the Mammoth right now.
8 on the shot clock. Hope still battling, and they'll call him for withholding. And the Rush will take over possession with just under 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. By my stats, Robert Church, 3 goals, 5 assists, in on every single Rush goal here on the evening. And then Dinsdale gets taken down on the floor of a double team. Down in the corner, Keenan, Matthews, skip past McIntosh and Ward, post to post with another fine save. And now Tim Edwards, 2-on-1 here. Edwards with Gillis, and then he'll slow it up as the Rush were quick to get off the floor and get their defense in position. Chris Wardle's got a pair on the night, including the last goal the Mammoth scored on the power play. Rouet, diagonal feet, killing on his wrong side to Lee, and in tight, and Kirk with a fabulous save, and then Lee stripped Corbeil, and he gets a chance, and Kirk with another big save.
That's arguably one of the best shifts that Colorado's had here in a while. It wasn't because they got shots on top of the crease, it's because of ball movement and player movement.
Church.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Teddy.
Just calling the action, John. Matthews tried to go short side cheese, saved there by Dylan Ward, and he's got Sullivan at center. Finish your thought.
It's, you know, for young guys, young players, both, you know, boys and girls, you know, you move the ball, move your feet. Move the ball, move your feet. And recently the Mammoth have packed that ball in, and it's just been one-on-ones. And that's what you've seen Saskatchewan do. If they don't have the ball, they're setting picks, they're causing chaos, and now Colorado's starting to do that as well.
And the Rush are starting to send a bit of a rover with Ryan Dilts, and they just can't get anywhere near the middle of the floor. And that'll be another shot clock violation, all caused by the hard work of Ryan Dilts. McIntosh, shot, took a deflection. Shatler, nice one-hand grab off the backboards. Late here in the 30. Far side, Keenan. Church, shot, save, Ward, loose ball. Gillis battling for it, as is Connor Robinson for Saskatchewan. Ball loose, and a big grab there by Jordan Gillis, and he's dispossessed. What a nice job by Gillis to find him, but Colorado got to hurry up and get across center. Stewart, oh, and he gets across just in time, but then he's stripped by Corbeil. And that has just been a real telltale sign here in this third quarter. Saskatchewan has found another gear, and Colorado just can't keep up.
No, absolutely, and that's why, you know, they're the benchmark of this league.
Dinsdale inside to McIntosh, and Ward stuck out the right arm. Shatler low to low, Ward again. Oh, and McIntosh had an opener. What a save, Dylan Ward! Oh my goodness! On his backside, stuck up the left glove, and denied Matthews with grand larceny. There's another strip by the Rush defense, this time Thompson on McLaughlin. And that was one of the areas Pat Coyle and the defense were trying to stress last night, even this morning at shoot-around, not to get stuck in that high zone right over center. What a save by Dylan Ward.
He's doing everything he can, you know, to keep his team in this game here tonight.
Church trying to drive underneath, backside feed, Keenan inside, Dinsdale, another big save by Dylan Ward. And that is the way the third quarter is going to come to an end. Colorado jumped out in front, but a 3-goal run by the Rush gives them a 2-goal lead with 15 minutes in regulation remaining. Can the Mammoth climb back? Will the Rush hold on? Join us for the fourth quarter. It's NLL Face-Off Weekend on BR Live and Altitude TV. Back inside the Pepsi Center as Mammoth fans try and spur on their team down a pair heading in to the fourth and final quarter.
Well, you know, you finish that quarter with multiple big saves, you know, by Dylan Ward. And so if the Mammoth are able to get back in this game, well, we got to make note of that last minute. There was turnovers there at center. And, you know, from his feet, from his backside, you know, he's making saves, doing the best he can to keep his team into this game.
Nick, what was the message that you could hear from Pat Coyle on the Mammoth bench?
Yeah, guys, Coach Coyle's pretty ticked off, I think, right now. They gotta get some momentum going, get back into this game.
Thompson with another clean win, and they'll say procedure on a restraining line infraction will give possession to Colorado. That's a lucky break.
Makes that violation, makes that Colorado ball. Who wants one right now?
You know, that's, we were just going to say, you know, you mentioned we had a couple turnovers there at center, almost had one here. You know, create momentum. You got to outwork teams to create momentum.
Shot from McLaughlin, a clutch twister, saved there by Evan Kirk. Rebound grab there by Corbeil, and he quickly moves it up to Holden Garland. In that third quarter, shots were 8-8 at 15:03, and then the Rush outshot Colorado 7-2 over the final 5 minutes, and that's been the difference here in this game as the Rush lead by a pair. Matthews, Dinsdale into the corner, Ben McIntosh. McIntosh trying to create some movement, gives it off to Church. Good stick there by Stewart, knocking down. Church got his own rebound and fired it wide. It'll be a shot clock violation. See, this is where Colorado can't stop right there at center, right?
Correct. You got to run by a guy. And, you know, you're one-on-one run by it. And especially, you know, some of the defensive guys who are transition guys as well. You know, they got to pick up that ball and go.
McLaughlin. Kill it. Diagonal feed Wardle. Comes off a screen. Backhand from Killen. He was 3 for 3 on that last year, and that one caught Kirk up in the mass. Now Travis Cornwall running the other way.
But it's a cross-floor pass. It looks really nice, but it's a cross-floor pass to someone who's not moving, and then the ball dies again. So you got to keep that feet moving. Hard picks.
Robinson scores, and another one gets through the 5-hole of Dylan Ward. It's a 3-goal lead, and the Rush are starting to create some space.
And we can see that it's, you know, a pass down, and then it's a seal. And so, you know, a pick is going on to, you know, you're setting a pick, you're going on to another player. A seal is you're sealing your own man down, and Joey Capito got sealed down. Ball carrier is allowed to come around and shoots over all 3 guys.
13-19 remaining here in the fourth. That was the 42nd shot on target for the Rush. They've got 9 goals and a 3-goal lead as Edwards loses face-off, or loses his helmet on the face-off, and now he's going to get a penalty for playing without his equipment. So when you're down 3, the last thing you want to do is give the 3-for-3 Rush power play an opportunity here to make it a 4-goal lead.
I know.
Number 3, a 2-minute minor, illegal equipment, playing without a helmet.
You know, I know the crowd is booing there, but you know, this is a rule that every player knows. You know, once you can play without a stick, you know, you can you know, play without a glove, but once your helmet comes off, your first motion has to be either off the floor to get that helmet.
Let's see what they can do. Oh, another huge save from Dylan Ward. This time off the stick of Ben McIntosh. Now they got Matthews caught down on the defensive end. Capito underneath. Oh, and a great over-the-head check by Mark Matthews. Just as I was about to say, they might have a pigeon on the back end. Comes out with a great stick check.
You know, it's, you know, very, you know, he was an attackman, you know, at one point in his life, and you know, seeing that D guy go by you, a little strip there, but that's, you thought you had momentum, and you're right. Nice little stick check. Crafty.
Keenan, Church, Matthews. Loose ball, 4 in the shot clock. Matthews put it wide. Oh, they're going to say that went off Ward and out of play, so it'll stay here.
And, Dylan's not one, I've known him a long time as a teammate. in a coach, and he's not one that gets very upset, and I think that's twice now he's felt resets have occurred where the ball has not hit him or the goalpost.
Church, McIntosh, Matthews, Keenan, Shatler. Church shot, saved by Ward. That one he definitely got a piece of. 53 on the minor to Edwards. New 30 here for the Rush. Matthews, backhand flip, Keenan. Nice job there by Robert Hope all over Keenan. Now Matthews. Church, oh, and a nice save there by Dylan Ward. He kept the stick on the ground, and he's gonna throw a bomb all the way to the front gate. Chris Wardle all alone. Wardle pump fake, oh, and he put it wide. Great opportunity for Wardle, short-handed, he put it wide on the far side.
Now the Mammoth have their second short man unit out here. Let's see if Saskatchewan takes advantage at all.
15 on the minor. Keenan will set it up top. Shatler, Church, Matthews. Shot, save, Ward. And that should pretty much do it, as Sullivan will catch it over his shoulder at center. Edwards will step out of the box, and for the first time in this contest, the Mammoth kill off a penalty. Now they got to use that momentum and get a goal here.
Absolutely.
Get this crowd back into it. Wardle to lead. Shot, trying to go 5-hole. Kirk with a save. Rui couldn't find that loose ball. And then Corbeil will. Floats it up ahead, holding Garland. Garland was the 4th overall pick in this year's entry draft. Derek Keenan incredibly high on the young defenseman who can play a little bit of transition if needed. Shot there from Church, shoulder save Ward. Quickly up ahead, Gillis. 3-on-2 with Capito. Gillis, Capito, shot, save Evan Kirk! And then Capito goes tumbling into the Rush netminder. And we got a penalty coming up here to the Rush, I believe. A too-many-men bench minor for illegal substitution.
Saskatchewan bench minor, illegal substitution.
And so that's a good break for Colorado as they'll get a chance here on the power play. They're 2 for 3 on the night. And a chance 5-on-4 to get right back in this game for the second and final TV timeout.
Well, we talked about all night, Colorado has been most successful when they sped the game up. In that case, transition, speeding the game up, Saskatchewan's got to overcompensate, and they get called for too many men.
Killen, Lee, Rouet, McLaughlin and Wardle. McLaughlin, double clutch, shot, oh, he put it off the bar and it'll go out of play. Reset the 30, Kirk must have got a piece. Killen, McLaughlin, Rouet, what timer scores! What an extra pass from Eli, give him 5 times on the night. A power play goal for Colorado, they're within 2.
A great ball movement. The ball didn't die in the stick, which means a player holding on to it too long. The ball's in and out, and you can see that Rouet's got his lower body. It's set. It's ready to shoot. The ball's in his stick, no cradle. Then it's in the back of the net. There's nothing Kirk can do coming from his left to right.
He got a little too much that side, a little too quickly, as that ball went underneath his lead leg. Time to go, 4:59. Power play goal, Rouet from McLaughlin and Killen. It's 9-7, 10 minutes to go here in regulation. Cornwall.
That opportunity, you go back to that opportunity starts by running up the floor, right, and getting too many men. And so now put a defensive possession together, get a stop, and see what you can do on the O end.
Matthews with a shot goes high over top of the net. 10 on the 30. Church, Matthews. One more, that one was Dinsdale, shot right on target. And then Matthews with another overhead check, this time on Warren Jeffrey. And the young rookie gets past the All-Pro. And this is where you run into trouble.
Because they struggled all night there, right? At
Absolutely.
Center, right?
Rubish. Church, shot, save Dylan Ward. And that's just guys maybe being unaware, but as I remember, Paul Dave, old coach in Rochester, used to tell our D guys, when you run it across center, take it all the way down in the far near corner on your side, Get it away from the bench, away from where guys are coming off the benches.
Absolutely. You know, in my day, it was, you know, which was very close to yours, you know, the D guys would just egg and spoon it and hand it off. And D guys now are very athletic and very creative with their stick, and they can run it to the corner and make the necessary passes.
Did you just call me old?
Yep.
Shot there from McIntosh, turned aside by Dylan Ward. I believe you're older than me. Lee, 8:15 in regulation. Mammoth trail by a pair, shots 50-40 in favor of Saskatchewan. Ryan Lee to Wardle, high seal there from Malcolm, near side Killen to McLaughlin. That pass knocked down by an active stick in the middle of the defense by Connor Robinson, who got stuck playing D. And those east to west passes that Saskatchewan will eat up all night long.
Now they got Killen stuck out here on defense, and you know, Colorado gets him on the righties. Saskatchewan immediately puts the ball there.
And a nice job there by Gillis to force the turnover. Gets to the cross center. Capito, a late man changing for Colorado, so they'll finally get their fifth man out. Here's Jacob Rouet.
These are situations, if Eli McLaughlin is your 1A, this is where you need to see him in the next 7 minutes.
Backdoor cut, Lee, and he couldn't find it, and then he'll get called for accessing the loose ball through the crease, and that'll take us to a TV timeout. 9-7's the score. Mammoth trailing by 2, but this goal from Jacob the Rooster Rouet has the Mammoth fans ready. Come back, 7-7. "41 saves on 50 shots, and this is Dylan Ward's finest of them all, and it's our Geico play of the game, and I still don't know how he made that save.
No, you know,
well, I know how he did it.
You know, it's what I'm always fascinated about, and you know, Nick can speak of this down there. He's so calm. You know, he's calm and relaxed, and you know, as all that was going on around him, his eyes remained on the lacrosse ball, and you know, as a team and as a defense, you know, that's the guy you need to be balanced and relaxed and calm, is the goalie, because he's the last line of defense for you.
Matthews to Dinsdale, now gives it off to Robert Church, 15 on the shot clock. Slow and methodical here from the rush out of the TV timeout. Up top, Church driving, hesitation, shot, oh, he's spinning backhand, put it wide. Loose ball, Keenan tried to dunk, and a nice save there by Dylan Ward. Quick check on the out-of-town scoreboard. Calgary leading Vancouver 9-3 as rookie Marshall King has his first National Lacrosse League goal, playing alongside older brother Jesse in the Roughnecks lineup. Biz Nasty in the house in Vancouver. Rouet, shot saved there by Evan Kirk. 6:20 here in the fourth, and we have ourselves a 2-goal game between these two longtime folks. Rubish will float it to Dinsdale, and the Rush just really getting the offensive set here with 13 on the shot clock. McIntosh, Schattler, near side Connor Robinson, drives up top, Schattler, hesitation shot, save Dylan Ward. Short arms it to Jordan Gillis. Mammoth quickly off the bench, and then Gillis will leave it there for Kyle Killen.
Mammoth have established inside position already.
Rouet, pump fake shot, low to high, sails wide. 4 on the shot clock. McLaughlin, Kinnear, shot, save Kirk, loose ball. Jeremy Thompson. 5.5 to go, Nick. Any pressure or any worry on that Mammoth bench?
Yeah, guys, there's some worries. Johnny, as you were saying, the only one calm out here is Dylan Ward. You know, they got to get some more pressure, moving the ball up the floor, cut the middle. They got to get some more scoring opportunities.
Robert Hope, bomb one to Eli McLaughlin, swim move on Messenger, and then he's hammered from behind, and McLaughlin's slow to get up as Messenger came streaking down and sent McLaughlin crashing to the Pepsi Center turf. There's Church, Schattler, and McLaughlin all the way down the tunnel. keep an eye on that with Nick Carlson. Dinsdale, shot, shoulder save. Dylan Ward thought about throwing a long one up ahead to Edwards. He was looking over the wrong shoulder, and Hope will jog it across center. Tomorrow night, Rochester in Georgia in the third game of NLL face-off weekend. See all the action live on BR Live. Now here's Will Malcolm. Stick goes flying into the air. No idea whose that was. Looks like it was a Mammoth stick. There's a shot. That one goes off the side of the netting, and it won't be count as a shot clock. Resetter. 4:03 in regulation. Eli McLaughlin just can't find a rhythm. Rush, you're going to need 2 more if they want to extend this game here. .403 remaining, 9-7 Rush. Here's a look back at tonight's action presented by Ford. And the difference in this game, 3 power play goals on 4 attempts for the Saskatchewan Rush. 1 from Mark Matthews and 2 from Ryan Keenan. Got to stay out of the box the rest of the way, Johnny.
Yes, you know, they made it look so easy. I think that's the scary part about, you know, their power play tonight. And outside shots, inside shots, but all starts with Mark Matthews up there at the point, and he's so creative, you know, with his stick, makes it look very, very easy. But they have 4 minutes left. You know, it's going to start with this first defensive possession. And Dylan Ward, this Mammoth defense, hold down the home fort here.
Matthews, Keenan inside, oh, he was all alone. It went through the 5-hole Ward, but bounced up into the netting. Great look for Saskatchewan. Another set play out of the TV timeout.
And that's something they're very good at. You know, the Mammoth know that going in. They defended it well, and now let's see what they can do. Maybe okay, didn't go in the net. So let's see what they can do here now in the offensive end.
Leader Rouet. Backhand flip, grab there by Chris Wardle. Dispossessed of the ball. Late in the 30, outside shot, and Kirk will swallow that one. Nick, you got something for us on between the benches?
Like Eli's back on the bench there in the front end, so hopefully we'll see him back out here.
Any word on Warren Jeffrey?
Heard he wasn't feeling very well.
Read into that what you wish, folks. Here's Robert Church, one-on-one with John Lentz. Gets a pick from McIntosh, skips it to Shatler.
Good help.
Back up top. Turned aside by Dylan Ward. You like that slide, John?
That's got to be good. That's good help there. That's, you know, a better ground ball right here, because that's going to save you 30 seconds. You know, at some point here, 2:45 left. You know, I got 2-0 guys with me. At what point do you pull Dylan Ward for the extra attacker?
I say once you get under 2, especially if you don't score. Here, which Rouet does! That's a big goal! Gets him to within 1. Rouet's got a hat trick. It's 9-8.
You know, I thought it was a great ground ball, you know, in the Colorado Mammoth defensive end by Tim Edwards. You know, it was a shot. It could have been a reset. You know, he battled for it in the corner. You know, that's something we talked about earlier. That's something that teammates are going to see in film session. Gets the ball up the floor, and Rouet, nice outside shot. And for the young guys, overhand shot, changing planes. Difficult for the goalies. They'll be picking up that ball.
So 2:35 remaining now. Every possession becomes all that much more important. There's rookie Warren Jeffrey out on the floor. Looks to be feeling a little bit better. Loose ball picked up there by Capito.
Move the ball. There it is.
Hope, Capito. Yeah, this is the area where they've been getting in trouble, stopping on the O side of center. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Will Malcolm into the corner. McLaughlin with a head of steam, can't turn it. Kyle Killen, oh, Killen shoot. Oh, what a save by Evan Kirk! Denying Killen on the doorstep. Keeps it a 1-goal lead, 2 minutes to go. Corbeil down the pipe. Corbeil shoot, huge save, Dylan Ward. Back and forth we go.
Dylan Ward's got all the accolades tonight for all the saves he made. You know, Evan Kirk is saying, don't forget about me down at this end. I'm pretty good as well.
Mammoth faithful on their feet. Oh, up behind the net, feed for Lee, just missed. Oh, there's a break the other way, 2-on-1. Cornwall with Garland. Garland shoots, save there by Dylan Ward. Loose ball picked up by Travis Cornwall. Might have been one of the slowest 2-on-1s I've ever seen.
You haven't seen me go on a 2-on-1.
I don't think you've ever been on a 2-on-1, Johnny. Defensively, though, maybe. Here's Mark Matthews, just over a minute in regulation. Matthews trying to spin underneath, good defense there by the Mammoth. Shot goes wide, loose ball picked up by Capito.
He's got to push the pace here.
He should, he's got Matthews on him, but he gives it off to Sullivan. Ward making his way to the bench. 6-on-5. Lee. Capito gets off the floor.
Let's see where Saskatchewan puts Matthews on the 6-on-5. He's down low.
McLaughlin to Lee. Skip feed, Wardle. Shot, put it wide.
Killen was open on that backside.
And it's going to stay in play, but late in the 30. Lee, heavy shot, picked up by Dilks. Open net, Dilks. Shoots. Oh, he put it wide. Need this rebound. Hope has it. Calling Dylan Ward to the bench. 15 in regulation. Ryan Lee gets it back, bobbles it. Loose ball picked up, and the Rush are gonna win this one as Ryan Dilks will eat it, and the Saskatchewan Rush will take it 9-8 over the Mammoth.
Entertaining there at the end, you know, but we talked about early sloppiness. We used that word, early in pregame, and the Mammoth defense was able to hold down the fort, picked it up. Unfortunate bounces there in the last 30 seconds, and couldn't come with that ninth tying goal.
Here is that save by Evan Kirk on Kyle Killen. Got the cuff of his right glove on it, and now, other than Dylan Ward's one-handed glove save, that is a save of the game material, and Saskatchewan would hold on for a 1-goal lead. Final shots 58-45. Time now for our 3 stars. Your number 1 star with 8 points in an all but 1 rush goal, Robert Church. Jacob Rouet, your 2nd star, 3 goals, 2 assists, and Evan Kirk, 37 saves for the win, as the Rush, for now, sit atop alone in the West Standings.
It's you never want to lose, obviously, and you never want to lose to a divisional opponent. But the Mammoth, did a lot of positive things here, but they're going to have some time off now. You talked about the iPad on the bench. The coaching staff is going to review the film tonight and make those adjustments for the next game.
Our number 1 star is Robert Church, 8 points on the night. Let's send it down to Nick Carlson with Church.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm down here on the floor with Church. 3 goals, 5 assists. Can you walk me through just, a couple of those goals?
Yeah, I mean, I got a quick start with 2 right off the bat, and then we just trying to battle through. Our offense is so well. I'm sure a bunch of those were second assists. Just, you throw to Mark or Ryan, and they'll get something done. So, I think we're happy with that. First 3 quarters, the fourth were a little slow. I think we got a little tired with the altitude and, no practice this morning or last night. So, yeah, I think we're pretty happy with the win and starting the season 1-0.
Where do you guys think you go from here?
Yeah, we just got to take it 1 game at a time. Bye week next week. It's a slow start to our season. So we just got to keep battling. And, like I said, 1 game at a time, and, 2-0, 3-0, and we just got to take it from there.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the win. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Nick. Rush are back in action December 14th when they'll take on the New England Black Wolves. Calgary is the next opponent for the Mammoth. We'll break it all down. Come back and join us here on Altitude and VR Live. Tonight's game at the Loud House has been brought to you by Ford. Get the truck that was made to work. Ford F-150. Built better, built stronger, built Ford tough. 9-8 is the final. Saskatchewan takes the first game of the 34th National Lacrosse League season. Back inside the Pepsi Center, John Gallant and Teddy Jenner. We'll hear from Nick Carlson in a moment. But this was a typical Rush Mammoth game. Very defensive-minded, 2 goaltenders playing absolutely out of their mind, and goals hard to come by.
Absolutely, and the veteran play on the defense, you could see that these teams are going to win championships with their defense, and that was on display here this evening. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from tonight, starting
in the first quarter where your number one star of this game, Robert Church, got things going for for Saskatchewan, and he had himself a heck of an evening.
You know, so much attention goes to Mark Matthews on the left side, but Robert Church, if left alone, you know, obviously from his performance tonight, can win you lacrosse games, and he was fantastic this evening.
Saskatchewan goes 3 for 4 in the man advantage, but as this game went on, Colorado started to get their feet under them, even though there was that 5-minute run in the second quarter where Saskatchewan built that 3-goal lead. I still felt there was confidence in that Colorado bench and in that locker room. They really showed it in the fourth.
Yeah, they stuck around, hung around, you know, and with transition play and with some fantastic outside shooting, they were able to get within 1 goal there in the fourth quarter.
We're going to talk about the offense for this Colorado club. They started slow, but when you get Rouet and Wardle chipping in multiple goals, that's going to lead you. Obviously, Eli didn't have the goals, but he had 5 assists. You got contributions from everybody. Now they just got to build on that confidence.
Absolutely, and you know, where Saskatchewan has got big name offensive players on the left side and the right side, you know, Colorado's going to win games with a balanced approach. You know, they have 5, 6, 7 guys that can all put the ball in the net from that offensive end.
That save from Evan Kirk in the final 90 seconds sealed this game for the Saskatchewan Rush. And throughout most of this game, the stats are pretty even, maybe power play a bit of an advantage to the Rush, but it's kind of what we expected between these two clubs. It wasn't going to come easy, and it was going to be a close game.
Oh, absolutely, and like you said, the power play stats, 3 for 4 for the Saskatchewan Rush. That, you know, that was the difference in the game for this evening.
Let's head down one last time and check between the benches with Nick Carlson. You look great on camera your first time. Nicky, how'd it feel between the benches?
Thanks, Teddy. Thanks, Johnny. Guys, good time down here. What an exciting start to the NLL season. Mammoth came up short. You know, I talked to the coaches before the game and for the Mammoth, and they wanted to hold the Rush to 9 goals. I think they succeeded in that. You know, and that's with losing Dan Coates. So it's going to be a good season for these guys. Just got to figure out a few things on the offensive end. There are some sparks there, and you know, it's going to be a fun season.
Nick, I appreciate your time as always. Great job tonight. We'll talk to you next time when the Mammoth are in town in January. Final score tonight, Colorado 8, Saskatchewan 9. Here's a look at the upcoming schedule for both clubs. A couple weeks off for both these teams. New England will take on Saskatchewan. Colorado will visit Calgary in a rematch of the West Final, but the Mammoth aren't in town again until the new year. Once again, your final score, Colorado 8, Saskatchewan 9. The Mammoth return to action on Saturday, December 21st on the road against the Roughnecks. Catch all the action on Bleacher Report Live. This has been a presentation of Altitude Sports and Entertainment, your home for the Colorado Mammoth. For myself, Teddy Jenner, along with John Gallant, Nick Carlson, and the entire Altitude crew, thank you for joining us tonight for NLL Face-Off Weekend. Your final score, 9-8 Rush defeat the Mammoth. Good night from the Loud House.